GSL Codes. We just saw, actually, I really enjoyed the series that we saw. It was pretty dynamic.
It was fun. The micro of SOS is not to par. He needs to play it.
I looked at that, and we were talking about this on break, actually, guys. I was looking at that, and I'm just thinking, like, why are you not microing the stalkers hard enough if the entire strategy you're doing is centered around the fact that you can out-control your opponent?
Yeah.
The stalkers were taking so much hits, and so many hits after shields.
I hated his choice of strategy on the third map. The more I think about it, I'm like,
really?
You're going to do a micro-based strategy against the best micro player possibly in the world on a gigantic map?
That is a very good point, Artosis.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm a bit disappointed. It was a good
series. Look what you did, SOS. You let Artosis down.
You let me down, dude.
Now we found again, SOS does not mean now. What does it, save our ships? We thought it was.
We get to decide what it means. How about
just start making up stuff that it is? Silly otters suck. Ooh, maybe that's what it means now. I just changed it. We can do that here.
Yeah.
All right, so Marine King is that much closer to getting out of the group, but he's not out yet. He's going to have to win in our third best of 3 here. Now we're going to go into our second best of 3, which is going to be Sniper and Seed, to see what the continuing makeup of this group is going to be.
Mm-hmm. And Sniper vs. Seed is going to be great, man, because Sniper, months ago, we were calling mini DRG. He's on MVP with DRG.
Yep.
He's looking really good, similar to DRG. We'll see if he can play really well here today. I'd love to see like an epic ZVP series between these two.
Yeah, me too. I feel like Seed should win this. Look at Seed smiling. That's an evil grin. He's ready, Artosis.
Yep. And see how he can do.
He's
here.
even typing ha 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 in the chat log.
That's what I was just reading. They said something about bathroom, so maybe he's going to go? No? I guess
no.
not.
You got to hold it.
Yeah, dude.
And I see, if I knew that and I was Sniper, I'd go for a long macro game, all right? And he'll make him hold it in.
Yeah, but that's not going to work because the first map is Abyssal City. And when you're underwater, you can just pee and nobody's not going to
That's a good point.
Like, it'll be warm right around you. It's actually
I've heard that actually scuba divers, because I've never been scuba diving.
Oh, you don't want to pee while you're scuba diving?
You're not supposed to pee while you're scuba diving?
I don't think so. I've been scuba diving stuff, but like, oftentimes you wear a suit that keeps the water next to your body. It doesn't like let a lot of it filter in and out.
Oh, really?
In which case that would be really bad, because then you're just like covered in your own urine while you're scuba diving.
Well, it depends on what you're into, but you know.
Yeah, I guess that's
Any
true.
excuse I can find.
Look, I'm not going to bash it. I'm not going to bash it. If someone's into that, cool.
Yeah, you
live
know.
your life. You only live once.
That's right. YOLO, yeah.
And try to be happy as you can without hurting other people.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. We've solved life. All right, guys, it's time for our second best of 3 with Sniper. They call him the young DRG Jr. against Seed, a GSL Codes champion. Let's do this. Vegas.
Good music.
That was sick music, man. That was some good dubstep right there. Center left, starting location. We've got our Zerg player, very talented, trying to make a name for himself here in the GSL Codes. He is
MVP Sniper.
And in the opposite starting location, far away, we have our Protoss player. He has won a GSL Codes, the teammate of MVP and ST. He is
LGIM Seed.
Alrighty. Excited to see what these guys have planned for Abyssal City. Seed has said before in the past that he finds it really hard for PvZ. So this may lead him into like a 2-base all-in, something like that. But it is a long map to walk across to do something like that.
Yep.
So we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, I feel like if I were to play this map right now, I'd probably try to open Stargate.
You said that like you were sad.
Yeah, I would be sad because I'm not sure what to do on this map PvZ.
This is a hard map PvZ. The Zerg has plenty of expansions that are pretty accessible to him.
It's so far across as well, you know?
Yeah, and if you look at the distance between like the fourth base, that's hard for Protoss to hold.
And when you think about like late game PvZ, like let's say you line yourself up for a nice like 3-base timing attack, like a 66 probe one. There's no real place for them to put all their spine crawlers to guard 4 bases.
That is true.
So it's kind of like you definitely are going to kill multiple bases and have at least a similar economy as your opponent. So I wouldn't mind seeing a 3-base timing attack from Seed.
Now on this aquatic-themed map, we do have some sharks that float around.
Yeah,
swim around. I guess sharks don't float.
Well, I guess if they filled up their air bladders a lot, they would float, wouldn't they?
They could, yeah, that's true.
Or
whenever I see these sharks, I crave gummy sharks.
Gummy sharks? Those exist?
Yeah, they're gummy sharks.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you catch them with gummy worms? If a gummy shark and a gummy bear fought tasteless, who would win?
That's a good question, actually.
Yeah.
It would depend. I don't know what the gummy worm's fighting abilities are. I don't know if it can unhinge its gummy worm jaw and then consume the shark.
I mean gummy bear and gummy shark.
Oh, gummy bear?
Bears
gummy
versus sharks? It's like an age-old question.
That is. Nobody's been able to figure it out. We've never seen a bear and a shark fight.
It's a worm. It's a worm.
It's a giant worm, Artos. That's kind of scary.
Not really, no.
You haven't seen Tremors then.
It's not a worm.
Yeah, it is.
It's a worm W-U-R-M or is it a worm W-O-R-M?
I don't know. I can't spell. Why are you asking this?
All right, fair enough.
But you did see Tremors, right?
Like forever ago.
Tremors is sick. Oh, we're having a nerd night at my house.
We should.
Get some beer and nachos and put on Tremors.
That sounds like the most fun ever.
Extra blankets so you can hide under them when the big bad worm comes out. All right, looks like this probe was going to get back.
Yep. He walled himself in completely, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, so he'll probably have to destroy one of those pylons to get out of there.
Yeah, I would hope so. I don't know how else he would do it.
Otherwise, he gets a warp prism and just slowly unloads his army.
Imagine when he has to transfer probes. Gets quite annoying. Well, we're going to see what he's going to be going for. Can't tell yet at this point in the build order. It's impossible to tell quite what he's doing. He could still be like an immortal push. Normally,
actually, a Sentry Immortal push wouldn't hurt on this map.
Yeah, I could definitely see it being that.
I don't feel like the way that map is structured, there's many opportunities to utilize the geography on the map for the Immortal Sentry push.
Well, he might go with like a heavier Sentry count on it. We'll see how quickly he gets his 4th gas. Just started his 3rd. All very standard so far. In fact, the entire build so far looks completely normal for a Sentry Immortal push.
I think partying has a massive role in the reason why so many people are doing this Sentry Immortal pushes, because partying is just not losing. I don't think he's lost. How many months has it been since he's not lost to PvZ?
It's been a while,
It's like been 2 months or something like that.
And when you see that, you want that. In fact, I'm so bored of doing it now, I have to admit. I have to stop doing partying's push. Okay, that's a much quicker gas. So this could be an expand or a more Sentry heavy one.
Sure.
And it's hard to say which one it is right now.
Well, we'll see. If you notice where the Immortals rallied, it's onto the top of the ramp, so there's a high chance that he's just not going to try to show those Immortals, which makes me think he probably is going to do that push.
Mm-hmm. And he does add the 2 gates, of course, because he got that quick gas.
He also put the Robo in a place that's pretty hard for Overlords to spot.
Yeah, so far he's doing exactly the same build that we saw from Creator on this map.
Now, remember, Creator lost with his builds because he didn't execute them right, not because the builds did not work against the strats that the Zerg was doing, ERG was doing.
Yes. Now, Sniper is getting his speed. Okay, 5 gates, he's walled off. This is definitely the 3 Immortal push, it probably is. Could be, well, actually, his warp gauge is finished. He might do a 2 Immortal push, it's possible. Of course, he can move out a little bit quicker with that. And it's going to be
3 Immortal push.
Okay, so this is basically Parting's build here. It's a little bit quicker gas than we normally see Parting do it with, but that's fine. It's just it's a slight variation, not a big deal. Doesn't really change much.
It looks like right before he manages to push out, these Lings are going to tear down the rocks. if the rest of those lings catch up there.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? He's going to push out right before those lings aren't going to finish it. Oh, no, he sent more lings.
Yeah.
He is going to get those rock stasis, just barely, though. Booey.
And
Or
he's
is
out.
he?
Oh, maybe he's not, actually. It's definitely not worth it to lose those lings to kill those rocks.
Those rocks actually shouldn't play any...
Call me crazy, but I'm pretty sure.
Did you just meet me?
What?
You said call me crazy. I'm sorry. Anyways. Now, we do have the Warp Prism on the way. This is such a powerful push right now. He's got 9 sentries and 3 immortals in it. Sniper. Looks like he's going to go in for a little flank here.
Kind of burnt out on some of those force fields. Probably not necessary.
Yeah, baiting 3 is nice, and he might catch these Zealots from behind.
And
Not
it looks
really.
like nope. Nicely done there.
He's baited 5
So he
force
accidentally
fields.
picked up an immortal there.
Yeah, normally what you do is you rally your Warp Prism to an Immortal because that's the only unit you know won't die on the way across the map for sure.
That makes sense.
And then it always picks it up, and then you always have to undo it. So, can you tell I've been doing this build all week?
Yes, I can.
But anyways, here we go. He is going in with this push now. And so far, this is great by Sniper. He's lured out so many force fields. Killed off a pylon pretty good.
Yes,
Look how many force fields that haven't done what he wants.
He's
And
coming in
look at
again,
this.
and really nice. Using these 2 control groups, spreading out again.
He's doing so well right now. This is actually amazingly well done here by Sniper. But it's hard to say. Will Seed be able to break through still? This is a powerful, powerful push yet.
All right, you can see he's trying to catch one of these waves when it's... again, that one was not really worth it. 2 force fields for a roach. All right, another attack occurs.
And he's got to use some more force fields here. Oh, he missed force
that,
fields there.
yeah.
He could have killed like 3 or 4 more roaches, which would have been a big deal. But he continues to warp in a lot of sentries and then zealots as well. And that's going to allow him to keep on casting his force fields. But Sniper's doing a great job still. And in fact, look at that. Oh, he does pick up that spore. That's actually really good. You can't lose the Warp Prism or it's over.
No, yeah. Once Warp Prism's gone, that's game over right there.
All right.
Force field's coming down here, although...
Kind of decent.
I don't know. Actually, those were like not even... I think not even kind of decent. They just... The Zerg's still able to do damage to the Protoss.
There's only 2 Immortals left, by the way.
Yeah, the Immortals are the backbone of this push. All right. For some reason, you brought an RPG over there.
And you know what? His force fields are so depleted, I think Sniper's held it. I'm pretty
I think
sure
you're right.
that Sniper, if he just keeps on like this, I think he'll break through. I mean, the thing is, when you get to burn these many force fields, you force them into more sentries like this, which means less Stalkers, which means less damage and less micro. It's like... the Stalkers are something that you can micro against all these units very well. They deal more damage.
Stalkers are great against roaches.
Yeah.
Sentries are great at setting up positions where the Stalkers can be great against roaches because Stalkers have the superior range.
Now notice he is warping a lot of Stalkers. That's what he's focusing on right now. He is getting the carapace upgrade, which will help immensely if he can actually finish it before the final battle occurs. We'll see if that works.
Now, remember, guys, there's not really a follow-up from this 4 seed. I mean, if this doesn't work, it's the game's probably over.
This is as all in as you really get, man. This is like a 4-gate.
Nicely done there.
And look at this.
Damn, Sniper.
Sniper he runs around these force fields so much. Seed is having such a hard time actually engaging anywhere. But his army is getting scarier and scarier. Just not as many force fields in it.
Okay, that was pretty nice. But again, what was that? Like, it's like 6 force fields, 7 force fields to get 3 roaches, you know?
And...
Okay. And by the way, Zerg is almost maxed out, guys. Zerg's on 184 supply to the 148 here of seeds.
But, yeah, and in fact, once he makes a couple more Overlords, he can just max out. He's got a big bank. There's a decent bank for Seed, though. I mean, he's going to eventually max out as well. That might even be what he's waiting for here. He might say, you know what, I'll max out on this random assortment of units against your Roach Ling army. That's not any Infestors. It's no Broodlords. It's not that scary an army.
Nice force fields there.
Yeah, this is a much better engagement than what he's been doing so far. Again, using a lot of force fields here, so he's got to be careful about that.
You think if he kept making not roaches, if he kept making immortals and sent him over?
No, I think it's impossible. There's just he has no map presence, and they're so expensive. I think he just has to do exactly what he's doing, and I think he's doing a good job because look, he's at 150, and really, if he just keeps doing this and making sure that Sniper builds roaches and lings,
you know, you do make a very good
that
point.
Maxed army against this maxed army, the
you
game
need
will go to seed.
infestors. You need infestors.
Yeah, I mean, Seed is actually teaching me a lot about what you can do with this build if you're super patient like he's being here. Because, I mean, how many force fields has he
but there's
forced into
Burrow.
wasting?
Burrow's ready.
He does have the observer here with his army floating right on top. So he'll still deal damage to things at Burrow and try to move out. But yeah, that's going to help. You know what? The one thing that would have actually really helped here is if he had started +1 armor at some point. You never do with this parting type of build, but
it wouldn't have hurt.
at this point, it would have been done easily without Chrono Boost.
Nice force fields again.
And look at this. Seed still with a huge amount of supply, dealing a ton of damage here.
All right, now he's getting closer and closer here.
And he's getting closer being maxed out as well.
He might actually go into the second, I think.
Dude, Sniper's playing so well, but Seed is just the patience.
This is like the longest Immortal Sentry all-in.
Who's the most patient human of all time? Is it like supposed to be Buddha or something? I don't get it.
I don't know, man.
It's Seed, though.
It's
the
Seed.
answer.
That was the answer.
That's the new
Nerds
answer.
that shouted Buddha at the monitor, you were wrong.
Yeah. No, Buddha waited even longer with his Immortal all-in. No, I don't think he did. Well, look at this. He's at 182 against someone that, I mean, Pathogen Glands are finishing, but it doesn't matter. Does it matter? What am I seeing here? This is so crazy. And
really nice stuff here. These nice Spine Crawlers are almost finished, but still, I mean, look at this. He's going to warp in a bunch more Zealots right there to sponge up the damage.
God, and I mean, this has been amazing by both sides, but look at the supply. Seed 138 against the 118 of Sniper.
I think he's going to get there into the second base. I think he's done it, Artosis.
Yeah, I think he may
I guess that works. I guess you could just stay maxed out.
You can actually max out with this push, apparently. 45 kills on that one Immortal. God. It's the only Immortal left.
Yep, and that is saying something.
The other two Immortals were lying. They actually died. But yeah, this has been a complete clinic by Seed on exactly how to win with this no matter what.
He's actually bullied this all the way back here. I think we're about to see GG. Wow, I guess you can do that. I actually learned something here. I had no clue that, I thought if the Zerg, got far along.
He did so well with baiting force fields that it forced Seed into this.
GG.
Seed wanted to attack earlier, but he kept realizing they didn't have enough force fields to push in for a victory.
So
that was amazing. Out. And you know what? The thing is, Sniper did do a few things wrong there. You know what? During that, he wasn't using his entire army the entire time. If he had somehow gotten like 5 roaches and brought them across the map to hit on the wall and stuff and start putting some counter pressure on, that would have helped because he wasted so many force fields for Seed. Seed had to wait and take only positionally advantageous situations.
Well said.
There were times in there that he could have done things. He should have known there was an observer with the army. So the Burrow movement and Burrow turned out not to be all that useful. Maybe utilizing that money in a little bit quicker Infestor upgrade, or maybe making. I don't know if Spine Crawlers really would have been the big difference. But maybe that would have helped. Go Spines in your main, except the third is eventually going to die, or in your natural or your something like this, right? And attack across the map. Because if you're going Infestor tech, you give up a base when he's trying to max out on this army that will not be that good against Infestor tech. Anyways, I'm rambling, but this has been an exciting.
I love it when you ramble,
cool
Artosis.
Game, man.
I think it's just so hot when you ramble, Artosis.
Thank you.
We were looking at Sniper earlier.
For. I'm wearing a thong today, Tasteless, while I ramble at you.
That's good. Normally when Artosis casts, he wears only a banana sling, but this time not so much.
Yeah. Gom told me I had to wear this suit this time, so.
It would be too cold in the studio, Artosis.
I offered a bow tie with a banana sling, but they were like, no, we want a real time. Well, that doesn't go with a banana sling. I'm just going to have to go with the blazer.
When I see Sniper in the booth, I'm really wondering what he's thinking. Is he thinking, how the hell do you stop that?
Well, you know what? I feel like most everyone in the world, if they lose after what Sniper just did there, baiting out that many force fields, has to go, this is stupid, this is imbalanced. But you have to keep a calm mind, and you have to look at that game and say, okay, I played very well, but what could I have done different based on what he did there? We now know that Seed has a way. If you bait out a billion force fields, he will wait and max out if he has to.
Yeah.
So those little changes that I rambled about Those are things that could have, in theory, led Sniper to victory that game. So if Seed does the same build again, he's going to have to make those changes.
Sure.
And it's going to be Belshir Vestige.
All right, guys.
The remnants of Belshir.
Get ready for game number 2 here. Sniper's on the ropes. Is he going to close us out, or is Sniper going to have a comeback? We're going to see soon here at the GSL Code S.